Here's why the same refinance can be brilliant or it can be a disaster. The rate loan doesn't depend on the interest rate as much as it depends on how long you keep it. And that one decision can mean the difference between saving money or losing tens of thousands of dollars. Now, most people and most loan officers look at a refinance as a single answer. Is it a good deal? But that's the wrong question, because the same loan can be a great decision or a terrible one depending entirely on how long you keep it. You don't have one outcome in a refinance, you've got multiple outcomes. A short-term, a mid-term, and a long-term outcome, and each one can tell a completely different story. Let's start with the short term, about 2 to 3 years. This is where most people get burned, because when you refinance, you're paying closing costs, restarting the interest rate, and often front-loading expenses. So in the first couple of years, you might actually be behind, even if your payment is lower. Now let's move into the midterm, 5 to 7 years. This is where things start to turn. You've likely hit your break-even point, you've recovered your costs, and you're starting to actually save money. This is where a refinance begins to make sense for a lot of homeowners. Now, the long-term, 10, 20, 30 years, most people will never see that. As a matter of fact, the majority of mortgages don't make it to a 10-year term. So this is where most refinance proposals look amazing, huge interest savings, big long-term wins, but the problem is very few people actually keep a loan that long. Because life happens. You move, you upgrade, you downsize, you pull cash out, or rates change and you refinance again. So the question isn't, how long is this loan? The real question is, how long will I realistically keep it? Now, this is where most people go wrong. They choose a loan based on the loan term projections without considering their actual timeline. So they end up making a long-term decision based on numbers that they'll never experience. This is exactly where Borrow Genius separates from everything else. Instead of giving you one answer, it shows you a short-term outcome, a mid-term outcome, and a long-term outcome side by side so you can exactly see where you win and where you don't. Because a loan that looks great over 30 years might cost you more money over the next 3. And a loan that doesn't look perfect on paper might actually be the best for your situation. So if you want to know which scenario applies to you, don't guess. Get refismart.com, upload a mortgage statement, because that's where the real data lives, and make your decision based upon how long you actually keep the loan, not just the rates you've been quoted.